Hey everyone. Smooth fade out of music. Welcome to Jazz Social number 2. And we have quite a show for you. Kristin Berardi, Julian Wilson, James Sherlock, in that order. Look, thanks for joining. I can see there's a bunch of people on YouTube already. That's awesome. Just before I forget, that was Tal Cohen's album that you were listening to just then. And Tal Cohen is playing at the Jazz Social next Friday, 17th, along with Kaylee Pinkett as well. So yeah, that promises to be another great show. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to ask the performers a question, just write it in the chat and, put question 4, whoever you want to ask the question to, and I'll try and get to those at the end. The musicians are going to do 20-minute sets each. So this is tight and, professional and potentially also extremely dangerous, as we all rely on our own internet connections. So please forgive any kind of dropouts or things of that nature. You can watch this for free, but the whole idea of the Jazz Social was to provide a chance for musicians to have gigs during the shutdown. And if you can donate, if you can see your way clear to donate some money, all the proceeds go to the musicians. And yeah, especially in light of the government announcements recently, this is more important than ever. So please to consider donating what you would usually donate to go to a gig. And our PayPal is, I'll put it in the chat, but it's paypal.me/the Jazz Social. And without further ado, I'll introduce Kristin Berardi. As you know, Kristin is an extraordinary singer and composer. She won the Montreux Jazz Festival and the Friedman Jazz Fellowship, and perhaps everything she's ever entered. Not quite, nearly. Anyway, please make welcome with your, whatever you do, your likes and your comments. Kristin Berardi, over to you, Kristin.
Thanks, Toby. Thank you so much to you, Toby, and to Andrew for organising this amazing platform for us to share and connect in with one another while we, are in our houses a lot. I put on my Facebook page if anyone had any requests, and there were a lot of them, and I got a little overwhelmed. My brother suggested Return of the Mac, and I'm sorry, Grant, but that's not happening. It was never going to happen. I'm going to start with one of my favorite tunes by the Finn Brothers. This is 4 Seasons in One Day, and this is an adaptation of an arrangement by Luke Sweeting and Rachel Thoms.
Smiling as the shit comes down.
wasn't paid to make predictions, sleeping on an unmade bed, finding out wherever there is comfort, there is pain, only one step away, like 4 seasons in one day. I'm really aware that my pedal squeaks, but I don't know whether you guys can hear that. But anyway, it's squeaky. It's annoying me, and there's no one to call because no one can come out. Anyway, I'm going to do a couple of my tunes. I wrote one for my son Ollie when he was about 6 months old. A couple of people requested my songs for my kids, so I'm going to play that for them and for you guys who asked for it. This is Ode to Ollie, and then She is the Colour Red for my daughter Emily. When I want to smile, all I do is close my eyes and picture your face before mine. When I need some comfort, all I do is close my eyes and picture your hand holding mine. Though your life is just beginning, you can teach us so much about living with a heart that loves so willingly. And so when I need some hope for tomorrow, I just close my eyes and picture your face before passion in her heart. and never the same. She is the color red to me. She bleeds, I bleed. She is like the sun to me, the warmth and light and blue I've seen. And it's sort of weird because there's no clapping, but that's fine. But there's no clapping. It's kind of like a normal jazz gig, then, isn't it? That was a low punch. When I get nervous, I talk more, so that's my excuse. I'd really love to sing for you a song by a dear friend of mine, Mark Schultes. He writes the most amazing songs. I wish I could write like this. And he's entrusted some works to me to record soon, and this one is called I Am the Winter. The leaves have all turned, and the birds have long flown. The streets and the gardens are covered in snow. And deep in the silence of winter, you sleep. I am the winter, and the winter me. I wait at the window, an unwelcome ghost. Why can we never have the things we want most? I only wanted to love you, you see. For I am the winter, and the winter is me. I'm sorry I dared to come ever so close. I'm sorry my shadow falls heavy and cold. I should know better by now, I suppose. But I cannot be what you need me to be. But still for a moment I cannot retreat. For I have a season of work to complete. I am the winter, and the winter is me. I am the winter, and the winter is me. How good is that song? I wish I wrote it, but I didn't, so that's annoying. I'm going to try and play 2 more songs in the space of very little time. But anyway, these 2 are mine, and hope you dig them. One's a really new one. Maybe I'll do that one first so you get to hear it, just in case I go on for too long. I wrote this a while ago now, but it seems to have much more use at the moment. This one's called We're Not Made to Walk Alone. Have you noticed the down vibe? Like, I'm not doing anything up. I hope that's cool. Maybe you can dance like really out of control or something. Oh, this is pretty up for me, actually. You can speak your mind. You can say all the things that you keep inside. For I long to know you. Wanna understand, and we'll walk together, hand in hand. When I'm made to walk alone. You can speak out your mind. You can say all the things that you keep inside. Oh, I long to know you. Oh, wanna understand, and we'll walk together, hand in hand. When I'm made to walk alone. Yay. Do I have time? Can I do one more? Is that?
You can do anything you like.
Okay, this is the other one that I wanted to do. This one's called More Than We Need. And yeah, just sending lots of good vibes out to everyone because it's hard going. And yeah, every time I'd sing that line, we'll walk together hand in hand. I'm like hearing after quarantine. But anyway, okay, this is More Than We Need. And have a beautiful night. Thanks for tuning in and listen to these other dudes. Oh my God, they're great. Okay, here we go. I can't remember how it goes. That's awesome. Here's my resonant gecko. It's coming back. Okay, good. Lucky this isn't live stream. That's all I've got to say. So if I tread softly, will that mean you stay sleeping? There's no guarantees in this world. Trying to live gently, not causing any fallout. Can't ensure you won't hit our mind. But if we give from Toby's clapping. Thank you. And spinning on your chair.
Yeah, there's plenty of people spinning in the comments too.
Oh, yay. Thank you. Hurrah. Have a good night.
Thank you. Amazing. We're crossing to Melbourne, right?
I think so, Toby.
How are you going?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for having me on. It's great to be with you.
Thanks for coming. And you're playing new stuff, are you?
I'm playing something. I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing.
Oh, I see. Excellent.
I may play something. I'm messing around with something from my last record, which is Little Prayer. And Kristin said there was a bit of down-tempo stuff there. That was just beautiful, Kristin. Thank you. It's so nice to hear you play and see you in your own space. And my kid said that ladder you've got is Billie Eilish's ladder, and you should return it to her.
Ladder. There are a lot of comments about the rabbit on the mixing desk.
Oh, okay. I'm not getting the comments now, which is probably cool. I'm going to play, and it might be something like 20 minutes.
I'll leave you to it.
And I'm going to play some saxophone and some clarinet, and I'm going to turn. I've got to turn my video around and change my microphone. And I think I might start by reading a little poem. All right, so let me just try this. Okay, I hope that you can still hear me on this microphone. I got a chainmail letter today, and I'm not a fan of chainmail letters. And this one was really beautiful, though. It was just to share one poem at this time with one person, and to send it to the person who sent it to the person that sent it to me. And I really love the person that sent it to me, so I forwarded it to a couple of people, and I just...
Hey, Julian, we can't really hear you very well. You might have to come up even more on the mic there.
I just got a poem from one of your compatriots. Can you hear me better now? I have to kind of shout in this microphone a little bit.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd read that out as a way of starting. It's a really beautiful poem sent to me by your compadre, Ingrid James. Sometimes even the sky's pushing down. She has no wings, but she knows flight. She's done it often in her dreams. Taking off from her rooftop, flying above a city of mournful songs, dancing a wingless dance. A city of taking off song from her rooftop, dancing, flying above a city of taking off song from her rooftop, dancing, flying above. Dancing city of taking off song above city flying taking off song flying yes this fucking out is net dancing taking off song city of taking off city of taking off city of taking off song from her rooftop flying above city of
Let me come over here again. I have no idea how long these things go for.
I think that's pretty much spot on.
All
That's
right.
extraordinary. Julian.
Estimate. I hope that was coming through. It's kind of all different levels and all different stuff. I played a tune in there called Too Soon, which I wrote for my friend Ryan, who passed away a couple of years ago, and also for my friend Clandy Ross, who also left us too soon. And it's actually on this on this album. Lost you there.
I think it's all right. We're fine. We're good.
Thanks, man. Look forward to hearing James. Thanks for having me on again.
Thank you.
Great.
That's amazing. We'll have a chat in a minute.
Great.
James, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome.
Can you hear me talk if I'm standing here?
Yes. Yes. If
no?
we're all very quiet and attentive, we can.
Should I squat awkwardly next to the microphone? Is that
No, I think you're okay. You're okay.
Okay.
Just projected stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Have I started?
Yeah, I will pass it over to master guitarist James Sherlock. Thanks for coming, James.
Thank you. I'm going to play Polka Dots and Moonbeams by Jimmy Van Heusen. Yeah, it's a song. Okay, more music. This is called Modinha by Antonio Carlos Jobim, and then I'm going to play a novelty item from my childhood, and then I'll have another chat. Okay, I'm going to finish with something happy. Stomping at the Savoy. Happy.
Hey, Jim!
Woo!
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, James. You said it would make me happy, and it did.
Oh, good.
One.
So nice. Heaps of good questions coming through in the chat too, which is nice. I don't have to make them up. It's great.
Glad I'm not seeing that as we're playing. That could be kind of weird.
Yeah. Look, some people. You got some good questions early on, Kristin, but they could equally be asked to other people. Matthew Roberts said, "Is this kind of playing performance harder than doing a recording or a normal performance?"
Hi, Matt. Hi, Sam.
I found tonight harder. I'm assuming because it's so foreign to me. But yeah, like it sort of is like a recording, I guess. But I kind of like that. But this was like, I was freaking out.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
it's different.
Yes.
Really different. And look, Courtney asked an awesome question too. Has being locked down, I would love to hear everyone's response to this. Has being locked down changed your relationship to music?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
I know.
think
Might be too early to say, but
yeah, it is a bit early to say after 2 weeks, but we are in an odd position where we're the kind of people that spend 8 or 10 hours a day sitting in our room by ourselves anyway. And we don't have any money anyway, so it's really just like business as usual, except kind of watch out for cops when you run around the park.
are you keeping up your practice schedule then? It's like nothing's changed?
I'm telling all my students they've got to have a routine, and I'm finding it really hard to set one myself. And with everyone being at home and everyone working at home, and the kids aren't at school at the moment, so that's going to be a whole nother game when they go back to school. But I try and get up early and still do some practice or exercise or something. But it's it comes and goes. I think it gets like I found that this week some people said they're finding it hard to get motivated. They're a few weeks in. This was some friends in New York actually, and some people agreed, and others said, "Look, I'm just focusing on what I can do, which is keeping my craft together and technique and that, the nuts and bolts." So it's kind of the time that we always said we'd love to have when we were busy, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Kristin? Like you seem to be very disciplined. Like you're working on new tunes, right?
Yeah, I've found I've been because I'm home more, I'm finding I'm getting more moments to just sit at the piano and just a bit more time, which is amazing. But like Jules said, like my kids are home, so they're like, be quiet, I hate jazz, etc. So so that doesn't
Stop, by the way.
What's that?
That keeps going for years and years and years.
Excellent. Awesome. So yeah, but I definitely have noticed that I have a bit more because I'm home and probably because I am in a lucky position to still have some teaching coming in. I'm not as stressed out of my brain as some people would be. And I think I can therefore focus a little bit on music and making some music.
Yeah, it's really hard thinking about the musicians who were primarily earning money from gigs.
Exactly.
Nothing.
If I was in that scenario, I don't know whether I would be able to focus so much. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
That's a tricky one. I feel really fortunate to have that teaching and to be able to work from home and to be able to connect with people as well. That connection. It's very intense too. I find the teaching, like looking at someone's face right in front of your face for an hour, right up close, and you're sharing notes. And there's a lot of really positive things about it, but it is very intense. And the thing I don't know if you guys have found this, the hour seems to go by in 20 minutes. Are you getting that? It's not happening for you? All right.
What was that face, James? What was that?
Sometimes.
We couldn't see who you were laughing at, Kristin.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just pointing at all of you. Sorry.
No.
Nine-year-old Sam wants to know, how do you think those pieces up?
Who to?
To Julian.
Oh, Sam, I miss Sam. Sam normally comes around here once a week and has a saxophone lesson. He's great. And he said, in his first lesson, he said, my dad told me to ask you about the bird. I go, that's awesome. And he comes and shows me things every week. He says, if I play this note and do this, I get this sound. I go, hang on, show me that again. I'm going to show my uni students. They say, which book did you get that out of? I go, my 9-year-old student taught me that. I think that curiosity is fantastic. Sam, I don't know. What I do is I try and I play a lot of songs, and I rehearsed a few songs that I might play today, but then I didn't play any of them. They were quite upbeat and happy. There's a little calypso thing I was going to do for you. But what I do when I sit down with all this gear, I don't know if you can. This camera might crap out because the pedal's funny, but I've got all this crazy stuff on the floor, which Sam's seen before. Yep, the camera's gone. So sorry, I just try and start fresh every time and not have any preconceptions, which was making me even more nervous about this thing. Before I was trying to use the mouse and my hand was shaking when I started talking to Toby, which is ridiculous, right? But it is nice to dress up as if you're going out to a gig on Friday night. And I
like that was nice.
And thanks for the opportunity to do that. It really is a treat to be able to share music with people again.
It's not so nice, and we don't get together like this ever. Like it's, yeah, it is lovely. And James.
Yes.
Chris, Noah had good questions for you, very guitar-y questions for you, which we appreciate. He wanted to know how you change between pick and fingers, whether you practice that, but then he also wanted to know how you go about starting to accompany yourself, because it's not such a natural thing. Like, we're used to hearing Joe Pass do it, but he was not the norm. How do you go about doing such a thing?
Well, you could read my masters. That's what my masters is all about. I'll send it.
Okay, over.
Fine. Well, the thing is about guitar is that on piano you have two separate hands. You have a melody hand and a chord hand. Whereas on guitar you got to kind of cram it all into one. So basically, I try not to think of my melodies and chords as being different material. They're the same stuff, and sometimes you choose to play it as a melody and sometimes you choose to play it as a chord, and it's all the same stuff.
Yeah. That answers it for me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I think in general guitar players their chordal playing needs to be more melodic and their melody playing needs to be more harmonic in general. I'm generalizing.
What was the novelty tune? What was the tune in 5?
That was Let's Go to Bed by The Cure.
Yeah,
Awesome. I love The Cure. I must have known that one now. I thought I'd pick that.
Yeah.
But that's a bossa.
It's obviously not successful then if it doesn't sound like it.
It's not my era. I think I tuned out of pop music at various points, and that was one of them.
Oh man, everyone when I was in year 11 or 12 had a picture of Robert Smith on the board on the wall. Boys, girls, everyone.
Plus, I thought it was a good hibernation sort of tune. Let's go to bed.
Yeah. And Polka Dots and Moonbeams. Like,
Yeah.
I've actually never seen the point of that tune before tonight. I really enjoyed that.
Well, I got the idea of playing it in 3 from Emma Gilmartin. She plays it in 3, and it's really nice. Although it does have the dumbest lyrics. Some of the dumbest lyrics.
Yeah.
And plus, that version I sort of...
Want to share the lyrics with us?
There's a thing about a pug-nosed dream.
It's true.
I stole some of that arrangement from the Ike Isaacs arrangement because I was asked to contribute a track to Ike's what would have been Ike's 100th birthday CD, and I played that, and I used some of his arrangement and some of my own arrangement and some of Emma Gilmartin's arrangement and came up with that and made some stuff up.
And is that carefully, there were people in the chat trying to figure out what album you've got in the background there. Is that carefully curated, or is that just what you're listening to?
No, that's just what I'm listening to today. It's Cannonball at the Lighthouse, the one with the really good version of What Is This Thing Called Love on it.
Nice. All right. I hope I covered off all the questions that I could see there. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thanks, Toby. Thanks. And thanks to Andrew as well for all the organisation. I know it doesn't just happen, so thank you.
Yeah, and Angie West, who's been helping me as well.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Also, for anyone watching, JMI is doing a live stream gig on Thursday nights from their channel, and SEMA have been very inconsiderately doing theirs on Friday night at the same time as us. They're going to change from next week. There's Saturday. So now you can have Thursday, Friday, Saturday in your own pajamas watching
I'm getting dressed up. I like it.
Yeah. Do you have any questions you wanted to ask each other? I don't want to dominate.
When's... Oh, no.
Come on.
I was
Can't hear
I was
one.
playing along to Ode to Ollie, Kristin. I was playing along.
Oh, really? That's awesome. You would have heard all my mistakes then.
I think it's really cool, actually, to be able to hear, like, when would you go to a jazz club and hear a solo sax set or even a solo guitar set or a solo vocalist?
Yeah.
It's unusual and cool.
So true.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we've done gigs as a trio before, but never quite like this.
Yes. That's completely.
True. Yeah.
Perhaps someone can take your 3 sets and superimpose them.
There would be someone.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for doing it.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks for
Thanks
watching.
so much.
We'll be back next Friday with Tal Cohen, Kaylee Pinkett. And yeah, thanks for watching the Jazz Social.
Love your work.